The first thing you do with any pie is make the crust. For this crust recipe we have 4½ cups of flour and 1½ cups of butter. And I cut it in pieces because it was frozen. You don't have to cut it up. And then mix it together with your fingers, just crumble it up. So here's our crust all crumbled up, and we're going to add just a little bit of water to it. Now, the biggest thing that makes a good pie crust is not to work it too much. The more you mix and knead the dough, the more the gluten develops and the tougher your crust will be. Also, the larger the lumps of butter, the flakier your crust will be. So don't spend too much time on it and it will turn out great. Here are our apples chopped and peeled, and we're going to add a whole bunch of brown sugar. And just a little bit of flour to thicken it up some. And some cinnamon. And allspice. And just a little bit of cloves. And just a little bit of ginger. And if you like, you can add raisins or nuts or use something else to thicken it instead of flour. Whatever you'd like. And just mix it up. And here is our finished pie filling. So now we're going to put everything together with the pies. And this is one of my dad's favorite desserts, so I've known how to make this for quite a while. And make sure you pile the apples up nice and tall because they will shrink as you cook them. And get all the juice you can. Get them even here. Alright. Crust. And today we didn't have any apples and Papa wanted some apple pies, so he took his bike into town, his motorcycle, and got us 6 pounds of apples, and we're using them all here, so give an idea of how much apples you need. And then just trim off the extra so that it doesn't look all goofy. Then we're going to crimp it, and my mom is really good at crimping. I'm not. I generally use a fork and just mush it. But you can do it either way. I'll try and crimp this one so that you know what it's supposed to look like. But if you squeeze it together first before you go and crimp it, it tends to work a little better, but it still doesn't always look very good. But let's see. That's sort of what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so here are our pies. This one is crimped, as you can see, and this one I went around with a fork. And we're going to just prick the tops to let the steam out so they don't explode on us, which they won't really do. And put some milk on top just to help them brown in the oven. And with all the extras that you saw us cut off here, we rolled them out and put butter on them. Melted butter and cinnamon sugar. And we're going to just bake them with the pies as pie crust squares, and it's going to be really good. And put them all in the oven, and we're done.